has made a good start there. Ruben Bray, number 112. I'm not sure what happened there, but he didn't make a very good start at all because Travis Rooker has slotted into third position. That's Greg Marshall up in the second. And but it is, well, look at that lead already as they go in towards Druids there. Arnie Carr is out in front as the MZs get the orders now. They are underway and will be racing towards Paddock Hill Bend very, very shortly. Of course, number 1, Alex Mann, he's now a 2-time MZ champion as they head towards Paddock Hill Bend for the first time of 12. Back with the Ninjas, and it's Arnie Carr ahead of Greg Marshall, Travis Rooker, Ruben Bray ahead of the number 124 machine. So close stuff. That's Harley Baker rounding out the top 5 as they go through the left-hander of Surtees.
Mann has made the start in the MZs. He goes up towards Druids. He's in the lead, but he went a little bit wide. That's giving Kevin Woolley the opportunity needed. You don't give anything to Kev Woolley much of a chance. It's only the third time ever riding this bike in a course for Kev Woolley, our rider of the day. 3-time YPM winner, once a winner in the MZs, and he finished second in the other race. Chris Kent there is in third place, desperately trying to hang on to these guys as well as they make it up to Surtees, and the Ninjas have come across the line for the first time, Bradley.
Certainly have. Arnie Carr has a 1.2 second advantage over Greg Marshall, who had 2 positions on that lap, but the biggest move of Keith is down in 13th position. That's number 30, Lewis Jones. Those bike issues have now been sorted, and Lewis Jones out on the circuit. He is up into second of the seniors, 13th overall.
Yeah, of course, Lewis has joined us up here in the commentary box yesterday and gave us his view. And of course, Lewis, we know how quick he is. He would have been a serious contender for the championship had he made the first couple of rounds, not had those bike issues over a few meetings, as well as the MZs come across the line and leading the way in the MZs. Unsurprisingly, it is Kev Woolley from Alex Mann, but only by 0.06 of a second. And Mann is quickest in the second sector there. Kent Woodall, Ryan White, Ashby, Turner, Wilson, and Lewis, and the rest of the runners there as the leaders in the Ninjas make their way up towards the line. They're again.
Across the line there, and Ruben Bray, Greg Marshall side by side as he came across the line. Only 0.011 of a second between the number 95 of Greg Marshall and the 112 of Ruben Bray. But Ruben had a good lap on that lap. He made up 2 positions. Greg Marshall now back up into that second position, and as he challenged further down the order as well. That will be for 5th place, and that will be Lucas King and Harley Baker fighting hard for that 5th place position as they run down now in towards Grand Hill Bend on lap number 2. Greg Marshall, Travis Rooker and Ruben Bray. Greg on the other side of the rumble strip there gets it back onto the tarmac, but Greg Marshall, number 95, he's pushing on.
Mann leads the way now in the MZs ahead of Woolley, only by 0.1 of a second though. Wonder how quick these two are going to be able to go. Are we going to see another lap record getting challenged? The wind is still not a problem here. The sun has come out, so we're taking a little bit of temperature inside the track. 55.194 for Bray is the fastest Ninja at the moment. Just, let's see, a second or so behind Arnie Carr, though. So if he wants to claim the gold medal, he's going to have to really lift his skirt. Though Bray now gets dropped a couple of places. Actually does go faster in the second sector, but had a disaster in the first sector there. Fastest man on the track, though, is now Arnie Carr with a 55.1.
10-second jump start penalty, unfortunately, in the Kawasaki's. That is for Daisy Fox on bike number 64. She's across the line there. 13th overall and the top 10 of the juniors on circuit.
Jones makes up another 3 places in the Ninjas as well, so he's coming on very quickly as well.
He's also got the clear track in front of him now. He's managed to get in front of that 3-way fight there. I can see Archie Ornrod and Sid Marshall. I think that is on the luminous yellow and the black. They are fighting for track position, but Lewis Jones does have the clear track in front of him, but it is Arnie Carr who goes purple in sector number 1. 55.151. Lap record in this class is a 54.3 for the juniors, 54.8 for the seniors.
Fantastic stuff. Just looking for how close do you like your racing?
Greg Marshall, Ruben Bray with Travis Rooker takes 2 for the price of 1 as he can now take second position on circuit and of course second in class as well. So Ruben Bray there, Greg Marshall locking elbows almost, but keep it rubber side down. Ruben Bray has the outside line, tries to go the long way around on Travis Rooker, but no way through. The Swedish rider has got that inside line covered on both Druids and Grand Hill Bend, but Ruben Bray around the outside, no way through. Travis, does he run wide? No, keeps it all in line. So Ruben Bray, he's looking a little bit impatient, I think, Keith.
Mate, those 3 bikes are coming at 0.02 of a second, so literally a couple of weeks of line, and that was them. Mind you, Mann and Woolley pretty much nose to tail across the line. Still Mann just leading there, but very rapid indeed. Another fastest lap for Carr there with the empty track of 55.116.
I'm not used to on the circuit.
Right, Darren would have wrapped up the championship yesterday, I'm thinking, and I'm guessing if he's not going to race, then Kian, of course, he's probably too young to drive the van home. It's that great battle between Rooker, Marshall and Bray goes across the line, again separated this time by less than 0.2 of a second, so a relatively big gap between those 3 guys. They really are tripping each other up, I think. They're into the mid-55s, whereas Carr unchallenged at the front is doing a low 55, but Jones. Is he still making up places there this time? No, he doesn't actually make up a place
No,
this
he's
time.
got 3.9 seconds of clear track in front of him before he sees the number 27 of Alfie Garrett. We'll keep an eye on him because there is 1, 2, 3, 4-way fight. He's currently headed by Lucas King, I think that is there, but Lewis Jones running onto the... takes a look over his left shoulder there, does Lewis Jones. He is leading the way in the seniors, but Arnie Carr, 2.1 seconds at the end of lap number 1 as the MZs are already back across the line, and it is Alex Mann who leads Kev Woolley by less than a tenth of a second as they came past his scoop.
Those two really going out at hammer and tongs, and I tell you who'll be loving this actually is Alex. He hasn't been too challenged lately, particularly since Andy Wales hurt himself, and it is Woolley who now leads as they make their way around Graham Hill Bend, that distinctive white helmet of Alex Mann, keeping it tight, trying to pick up a little bit of a toe there as these two go for the battle.
Ninjas fight for second place. It's too wide as they go in towards Druids, but the 95 of Greg Marshall has it covered. Greg Marshall holds on to second place ahead of Ruben Bray and Travis Rooker, and these guys really are starting to beat each other up because Ruben Bray looks for the inside, not close enough to outbreak him in towards Graham Hill Bend, and Travis Rooker gets a little bit more momentum, a little bit more drive on the exit of Graham Hill Bend, heading towards Surtees, but no opportunity.
Those two MZs are about half a second away from the long-standing MZ record as well. So not a lot to choose them with Andy Saunders. I don't know if Andy's going to be listening at home there, but I do know his partner's most definitely here because she's working down in the office. So interesting to see if they can just get that a little bit closer. 57-2, 57-1 is the time there as the Ninjas come across. Again, that Bray Marshall Rooker battle covered again by less than 2/10 of a second, 3 abreast into Paddock Hill Bend. They really are knocking lumps out of each other, aren't they, guys?
I think it's definitely going to come down to the line for that 3 battle.
Oh yes, very much so. Arnie Carr totally unchallenged now. You're not there to give him a hard time. That's the problem, isn't it, Hudson?
Yeah, look at
somebody breaking down there.
Russell Turner in the MZs, number 56.
He's off the track, unusual place. Russell, you really need to push that bike away, out of the way. Yep, absolutely. He's been an awkward spot, but fortunately it's a very safe spot on the start-finish line there, and he makes himself safe. MZ riders making himself safe as the MZ leaders come across the line there. It is still ruling for man. These guys would love to take that lap record. Shows how good that lap record is, though.
Pete Woodall in the MZs, I think, is retired there as well, Keith. Number 75 back into the pits.
Okay, good battle for the minor placings in the MZs, as well as Kent and Ryan come across the line nose to tail again. They were separated by second.
Caleb Wright and John Ashby separated by 200ths of a second. That is for the final top 5 position in the MZs as well.
Always someone to play with in these battles as well. We're running out of time as well. 8 laps into this 12-lap encounter. So not a lot of time. You've got to have a plan. I'll tell you who's going to have a plan. That brave Travis Marshall Rooker Marshall battle. I'll put the dog's teeth back out as they are really having a good go. And of course, you're going to have the factor of back markers coming into play here as well, because these guys have got such a hot pace. They're catching some of the slower MZs and of course some of the slower Ninjas as well.
Certainly are, and Hudson, you'd know that as well with the tail enders. They either work for you or against you. It just it's a bit of a gamble, isn't it?
Yeah, it just depends on how it falls. Kind of got to be a little bit patient and play the best.
How old are you, please, Hudson?
14.
You're 14. Your head is just like so much older than you seem to be talking with a brilliantly old head on you. I'm really impressed. It really should pay well into the future. Well done, my friend. Bray, Marshall and Rooker over the line there. This time they're separated by nearly 4/10 of a second, so the gap is huge in relative terms.
Travis Rooker's got a run on Greg Marshall as you go through the dip after Paddock Hill Bend. On the brakes now in towards Druids. Travis Rooker on the inside, bike number 7 does take that 3rd position, because just up the road from them they do have 3 MZs come into play here. Ruben Bray will get there first. Travis Rooker just holding back there. Greg Marshall at the inside. I think that's up Chris Kent in the MZ, so they're catching up into the top 5, top 4 of the MZs are the leaders in the Ninjas.
Well, it could be good news for the MZs. They might pick up a little bit of a toe. The MZs, the 57-1, these guys have been so consistent. Been watching that. 56s, we just saw a 56 come in. That's Alex Mann. So 56-8-1.
56-5-8-9 is the lap record, Keith.
So close. We've seen some lap records just go missing again. We've also seen people get close, but Andy Saunders, your lap record is still safe, but there is still 3 laps left of the race. It'll probably be 2 laps.
Oh, yellow flags up there at
sorry, we've lost somebody there. We missed that completely, didn't we?
Yeah, it's not our leading 2 of the MZs there, and looks like it may be an MZ, but leading 2 are now through Graham Hill Bend. And Keith, we're looking at the fight for Alex Mann and Kev Woolley, but let's have a look at the gap between Kev Woolley in 2nd, and that's Gordon Ryan in 3rd. There's 17 seconds up the road from third place.
Wow, absolutely flying, those two. They really are. They are literally on lap record. And you know that Wooly is not going to let Man get away with it, so I wonder if he's going to find just that little bit extra speed. We'll wait and see when they come to the line once again, which they're doing right now. And it's Wooly who has regained the lead. Let's have a quick look. Does Wooly go 56s? No, he doesn't quite make it. It's a 57.6. In fact, relatively slow for the pair of them, both in the mid-57s there as they go past on Patrick Kling, one of the slower Ninja riders as well. Yellow flags are still out there.
Last lap, so we do have one more lap to go. Arnie Carr is across the line with a 4.7 second advantage, so he's looking good for another victory in the ACU Team Green Juniors, but the fight for second position is still on. Greg Marshall lost a little bit of time on that previous lap. He went 0.6 of a second slower than his personal best lap of the race. We're looking up towards Druids, and there is a around about 15 bike lengths or so between themselves and Travis Rooker. So Travis looks for an inside pass on Ruben Braid, not this time around. And of course, this is the final lap then, so only a handful of overtaking opportunities left.
Yeah, it's absolutely. Travis has got tucked in as tight as he can. He looks quite tall on that bike, doesn't he? He's playing with the rookie in front of him, and he just can't quite find a way. Takes a slightly different line there up in Clearways. Is he going to try and get the cut back and get the downhill run? That's the trick, particularly with these low-power bikes. That seems to be what he's trying to do. He's going to go for the inside there. Arnie Carr takes the win. Well done, lad. Here we go. He's working the slipstream, but it's not going to happen, I'm afraid. So, no, it doesn't come together at the end there. So, Ruben Braid does finish second ahead of Travis Rooker and then Marshall. Go on, mate.
Back with the MZs, and across the line there, it was Kev Woolley who was leading the way all the way until the line, but then right at the very end there, of course, they are starting their final lap now, 0.02 of a second, but more importantly, Alex Mann had the advantage, so they're onto the bottom straight now, heading in towards the left-hander of 13s. Again, the final left-hander of the race for these guys, through to the right of McLaren's, on towards Clearways. Kev Woolley may have enough in hand here, but if Alex Mann can just get the run here in the slipstream, it may come down to the line. But
surely he's too far back. If he was anybody else other than Kev Woolley, I'd say maybe he's
I don't know. Here we go.
Here we go. Soon or what? Alex Mann, has he timed that up? He's got it. He has. Wow. That is brilliant. How did he do that? He was eight bike lengths back. He comes across the line. What sort of lap time do we see from those guys? 57s. Okay, so relatively slow. They got close to the lap record within 3/10. That's why these things are lap records. 55.099 is the lap record in the Ninjas. And I'm looking, but I know you're going to be able to tell me off the top of your head what the lap record is in the Juniors.